There we are. Hey guys, it's Pretty Boy here. It is currently 12:10 in the morning, the day before I'm supposed to help my dad move, and I was going through my stuff and I found one of the original scary stories to tell in the dark with the, supposedly too disturbing artwork. It just brought back so much of the childhood. So, I figured I would read one story a night, starting from the beginning until I end this book. And I will try to find more of the original scary stories to tell in the dark. But for now, this is going to be just kind of like an creepy video. Since you guys seem to like listening to my voice, I figured might as well try to actually do something productive. So we're going to be starting with the big toe. A boy was digging at the edge of the garden when he saw a big toe. He tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something, so he gave it a good hard jerk and it came off in his hands. Then he heard something groan and scamper away. The boy took the toe into the kitchen and showed it to his mother. It looks nice and plump," she said. "I'll put it in the soup and we'll have it for supper." That night his father carved the toe into 3 pieces, and they each had a piece. They did the dishes, and when it got dark, they went to bed. The boy fell asleep almost at once, but in the middle of the night a sound awakened him. It was something out on the street. It was a voice. It was calling to him. "Where's my toe?" it groaned. When the boy heard that, he got very scared, but he thought, "It doesn't know where I am. It will never find me." Then he heard the voice once more, only now it was closer. "Where's my toe?" it groaned. The boy pulled his blankets over his head and closed his eyes. "I'll go to sleep," he thought. "When I wake up, it'll be gone." But soon he heard the back of the door open, and again he heard the voice. "Where's my toe?" it groaned. Then the boy heard footsteps moving through the kitchen, into the dining room, into the living room, into the front hall. Then slowly they climbed up the stairs. Closer and closer they came. Soon they were upstairs in the hall. Now they were outside his door. "Where's my toe?" the voice groans. Sorry, I lost my spot. His door opened. Shaking with fear, he listened to the footsteps. Slowly move up through the dark towards his bed. Then they stopped. "Where's my toe?" the voice groans. When the boy hears the voice calling for its toe, he finds it a strange-looking creature up inside the chimney. The boy is so frightened he can't move. He just stands there and stares at it. Finally he asks, What do you got such big eyes for?" The creature answers, "To look through and through." "What do you got such big claws for?" "To scratch up your grave." "What do you got such a big mouth for?" "To swallow you whole." What do you got such sharp teeth for?" "To chomp your bones." So that was The Big Toe, which is the first story in this series. If you guys want to hear more of this series, let me know. The next story is called The Walk. This is a pretty short video. I'll read one more. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't wake up my dad. My uncle was walking down a lonely dirt road one day. He came upon a man who was also walking down that road. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was scared of my uncle, and my uncle was scared of the man. But they kept on walking, and it began to get dark. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was very scared, and my uncle was very scared of the man. But they kept on walking, and they came to a big woods. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was really scared of my uncle, and my uncle was really scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and deep down into the woods they went. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was terribly scared of my uncle, and my uncle was terribly scared of the... It says to scream. I'm not going to scream because, again, it's late at night, and I don't want to wake people up. So, Okay, so maybe I'll do 3 stories a night, depending on the length of them, because these ones are really short. Okay, story 3. The title is, What do you come for? There was an old woman who lived all by herself. She was very lonely, sitting in the kitchen one night. She said, "Oh, I wish I had some company." No sooner had she spoken than down the chimney tumbled 2 feet from which the flesh had rotten. The old woman's eyes bulged with terror. Then 2 legs dropped to the hearth and attached themselves to the feet. Then a body tumbled down, then 2 arms, and then a man's head. As the old woman watched, the parts came together into a great, gangling man. The man danced around the room. Faster and faster he went. Then he stopped. He looked into her eyes. "What did you come for?" she asked in a small voice that shivered and shook. What do I come for?" he said. "I come for you." These stories are kind of... Okay, the next one is very long, so I'm gonna do the poem that's in here. And then I'll read that story next time. So, this poem that's in here is A Man Who Lives in Leeds. Some say this rhyme doesn't mean anything, others are not so sure. Okay. There was a man who lived in Leeds. He filled his garden full of seeds. When the seeds began to grow, it was like a garden filled with snow. But when the snow began to melt, it was like a ship without a belt. And when the ship began to sail, it was like a bird without a tail. And when the bird began to fly, it was like an eagle in the sky. And when the sky began to roar, it was like a lion at my door. And when the door began to crack, it was like a penknife in my back. And when my back began to bleed, I was dead, dead, dead indeed. Ah! Okay. And then, I'm not sure if I can even do this one. I'm not gonna do this one, but it's basically a creepier version of Old Woman, All Skin and Bones. I'll pull up my camera. Oh, 1 second. I have my headphone thing in the way. And if you want to pause the video now, there's that. And then there's the actual music for it, rhythm for it. see if I can find one more story. So maybe I won't read these in order exactly. I'll just read some really short ones. Some of these are really long. Okay. Okay, this is a song I can do because I know the rhythm for this one. It's called The Hearse Song. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. I'm trying to be quiet. Maybe I'll release a version of me actually trying to sing this one good, but here it is now. Don't you laugh, don't you ever, don't you laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. All goes well for about a week, then your coffin begins to leak. The worms crawl in, then the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes and they eat your nose. They eat the jelly between your toes. A big green worm with rolling eyes crawls your stomach and out your eyes. Your stomach turns a slimy green and pus pours out like whipping cream. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you are dead. I freaked out my dog. Just look at her judgmental face. Alright, so that's all that I'm gonna do for tonight. And for the rest of them, I will read them later on. If you guys like this series, let me know. I'm also planning on starting my sort of ASMR, sort of not ASMR thing. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!